After what seemed like an eternity, the premiere for the final season of Power Book 4 Force is finally here. Since Force will directly lead into the next spin-off with Tariq titled Power Legacy, there will be a lot of pressure on this final season to go out with a bang and build excitement for what's next in the Power universe. While Episode 1 didn't deliver much in terms of action, it made up for it by laying a lot of groundwork for the season ahead. Every scene felt intentional, building storylines, new alliances, and tension for what's clearly the calm before the storm. Early on in the episode, Vic gets Tommy's operation raided, while Miguel and Mireya's tension reaches a breaking point when Miguel tells her that Tommy's only using her to get to him. Mireya grabs Miguel's gun and points it at him but can't pull the trigger. We really see how deep her feelings for Tommy run when she threatens to take her own life if she can't be with him. She also tells Miguel she'll expose him to Che and reveal that he's responsible for his son's death. I think that moment will come full circle later on in the season, but I'll get back to that later in the video when I give my predictions for the season. Gennard believed that they finally got Tommy out of the way after selling him out to Miguel, but as we see later in the episode, Gennard got a rude awakening. Stacy and the feds raided the warehouse, but Diamond and Vic escaped before they arrive. Next we saw Tommy confront Miguel looking for Mireya, who Miguel eventually lets go. Mireya makes Tommy promise not to hurt her brother, telling him if he does, they're done. Stacy wants to keep her focus on Tommy, but her team is ready to start making arrests, but things take a different turn after a corruption scandal with the Chicago mayor happens, which led to the DNC pushing Stacy to run for office, which I think will play a major role later. Tommy and Diamond send Vic on a misdirection, making him think Shanti was the one who snitched and caused the raid. Tommy wants to keep Vic close to track the feds' every move, which is something straight out of Ghost's playbook when you think about it. Meanwhile, Mirkovich ends up dead in prison, taken out by the Marquez cartel, and it's revealed that Claudia is still alive, which most of us already knew. Stacy wants to use her to help take down Tommy and the Marquez cartel, and I think that Claudia will become Stacy's backup plan just in case Vic is killed. Just like I predicted a few videos ago, King Kilo wants Gennard to avenge Mad Dog's death by killing D-Mac, and he wants it done within a week. But Shanti convinces Gennard to hold off and keep D-Mac close until they can take out Tommy and Diamond first. Gennard then tells Diamond about Kilo's hit on D-Mac, and Diamond gives the green light but tells him to make sure it doesn't trace back to them. Gennard also tells Diamond about Tommy dating Mireya, sparking tension between them and setting up the split that's clearly coming later in the season. Something that might play a crucial point down the line is the information that Vic gave Paulie's widow to give to the U.S. attorney in case something happens to him. And I feel like Tommy will have to get that information before Stacy and the feds come across it. Later, Tommy and Diamond catch Vic trying to leave town. They confront him and reveal to him that they know he's been snitching and force him to become their inside man with the feds. Now Vic has been long overdue to die in my opinion, and I believe that Vic will remain part of the story until episode 8 where he will reach his demise, possibly getting taken out by Tommy. Between episodes 1 and 2, there will likely be a short time jump, and during this gap, I could see Kate recovering in the hospital until she later returns to New York. Keep in mind that Force is a little behind on the timeline as far as where Book 2 left off. I think that we will see Tommy travel to New York to reconcile with Kate. I think that Kate will unknowingly tell Tommy that she got the envelope from Monet Tejada, even though it was actually Diana pretending to be her mother. Tommy will likely later visit JP to make peace with him, leading to JP revealing to Tommy that D-Mac killed Mad Dog. This will leave Tommy furious, leading to him confronting D-Mac, and Tommy could inform JP that D-Mac is staying at Marshall's place. Meanwhile, I think that we will see Gennard manipulate Diamond, insisting that Tommy is a liability and must be cut loose. Diamond might resist at first, but eventually, he could start to believe Gennard's logic. By episodes 3 and 4, Diamond and Gennard could push Tommy out of CBI after facing threats from the Marquez cartel and the Insane Princes. With the other crews holding their positions, Tommy could find himself operating alone once again. Che could confront Miguel for kidnapping his sister and plotting against Tommy. As Che prepares to kill him, Miguel pleads for his life and ultimately submits, leading Che to force a truce between him and Tommy, which would lead to us seeing Miguel and Tommy reluctantly joining forces. Now, of course, you already know by now that there's normally a major death that takes place in the mid-season finale within the Power universe. This is why I believe that in episode 5, JP will be killed by either the Marquez cartel or possibly by Gennard as an act of defiance against Tommy. Or even by King Kilo himself as revenge for the death of Mad Dog. Leaving Tommy devastated, he could begin mentoring D-Mac, taking him under his wing. Around this time, I could see Gennard and Shanti have a falling out that ends with Gennard killing her for siding with Tommy. Episode 6 will likely center around JP's funeral, which becomes the setting for a tense shootout. While no one is fatally wounded, the conflict will deepen. Later on, I think that Tommy, D-Mac, and Miguel could retaliate by hunting down CBI and Coalition members at an abandoned church, which was in the teaser footage. Vic will likely eventually be released from federal custody, where he will be taken out by Tommy soon after in episode 8 like I mentioned earlier in the video. Episode 7 will serve mainly as a build-up for the final 3 episodes. Detective DeFranco could discover Vic's body and report it to Stacy, driving her into a rage and fueling her obsession with bringing Tommy down no matter the cost. I believe that episodes 9 and 10 will mark the breaking point, where Miguel and the insane princes betray Tommy once again, kidnapping Kate and aligning with CBI, leading to the organization choosing sides, with half of the members backing Tommy, and the rest standing with Diamond and Gennard. In a shocking moment, I could see Mireya killing her own brother Miguel after Tommy put a play in motion for her to take him out. With CBI, the Marquez cartel, and the insane princes all teaming up against Tommy, this will lead to Tommy calling Tariq for help, as we saw in the post-credit scene for Power Book 2. When Tariq arrives in Chicago, Tommy introduces him to D-Mac and Mireya. I think that D-Mac will initially dislike Tariq but eventually grow to respect him. Together, Tommy and Tariq capture Stacy at Diamond's barbershop, interrogating her for information that they have on him, leading to her confessing that she knows Tommy killed Vic, prompting Tommy to take her out. To cover the tracks, Tommy and Tariq frame Gennard for Stacy's murder, mirroring how Ghost and Tasha once framed Kanan, leading to the feds raiding the barbershop and finding Stacy's body, sparking a citywide manhunt for Gennard. I think that the feds won't be able to find Gennard, but they will however find Diamond. In a final standoff with DeFranco and the Chicago PD, I could see Diamond shooting Detective DeFranco, triggering a massive gunfight that wipes out much of the task force. Fatally wounded, Diamond bleeds out and dies, closing the season in a storm of violence and betrayal. So my predictions for the deaths that we will see this season are JP, Vic, Claudia, Miguel, Stacy, and Diamond. Although I will say that my wild cards for the most shocking deaths that could take place would be for D-Mac to get taken out by Gennard as revenge for the death of Mad Dog, and Mireya, who could possibly get killed in the crossfire. But I get the feeling that both Mireya and D-Mac will cross over into Power Legacy and move to New York with Tommy. Now, some of you may feel like Gennard will be taken out this season, but the actor who plays Gennard was spotted with Tommy, Mireya, and some of the cast of Power Book 2 on an Instagram live video last year, where Joseph Sikora teased the Power Legacy spinoff. So in my opinion, this was a dead giveaway that Gennard could possibly make it out alive this season. I think that Gennard will somewhat become a 2.0 version of Dre, where his character will continue evading death, even though he's long overdue for it. And he will likely come together with Tommy and squash whatever beef that they had with each other after Diamond gets taken out. Now, as I said a few videos ago, and I will repeat it yet again, I do not think that we will get a Ghost return in Power Book Force. Even though there were rumors of Omari Hardwick being spotted on set a year ago when they were shooting. I do, however, think that the tease of a possible Ghost return could happen in the finale of Force. The most logical and impactful scenario, in my opinion, would be to go with a subtle appearance without actually showing Ghost's face. Imagine this: after Tommy, Tariq, Braden, and the rest of the crew pull off heading back to New York, a tinted car quietly pulls up on screen. No words, no face reveal, just that one moment. It would be the perfect mix of suspense and mystery, leaving everyone buzzing with theories and anticipation for what's next. Actor Joseph Sikora recently responded to a fan question when he was asked about the finale. And he says that the final episode will have a surprise twist at the end that will have everyone on the edge of their seats. Now this could just be all hype, or it could actually be a legit tease of Ghost's return. I also think that we could get 2 more post-credit scenes at the end of Force, with one showing Blanca and Jenny Sullivan walking to a prison cell that turns out to be Detective Don Carter, setting up a possible future team-up in Power Legacy. And the final post-credit scene could be the infamous Mahoney making his debut, where he takes out Nelma's brother, Tariq's brand new Connect. When it all comes down to it, Power Book Force has to deliver not only for the final season, but it also has to deliver on building up some kind of anticipation for Power Legacy, which probably won't even premiere until next winter. I'm curious to know how you think Power Book Force will play out this season, and who won't be making it out alive. Let me know down below in the comments. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for all things within the Power universe. See you all next time in the universe of Power.